Y'all, it seemed like Beyonce and Jay-Z is growing scared. Honey, they done got lawyers involved. And you know what? I used to be a fan of Beyonce and Jay-Z, but in all honesty, y'all, I think they had some involvement because it just doesn't make sense. Beyonce has been in pictures with his daughters. They have been to his parties. People have stated that Beyonce and Jay-Z were the two people that got to stay after he kicked everybody out. But not a word on this man's credibility. Not a word. Not a word. Not a word. Not a word. Beyonce releases a statement saying she didn't know anything about anything with regards to what was happening to women. Why didn't she say when she was there, nothing ever took place? Something about this is not adding up, y'all. Something is not adding up, honey. And now that they have gotten lawyers involved, what exactly are they trying to hide? And guys, before we get into this video, make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel if you are not. And if you are subscribed, make sure you guys enable the bell notification so you do not miss out on a video. And please make sure to like the video.
Please, I don't have any time for any gossip now. Eh? Yes.
Guys, look, we got to jump into this interview. Now, you guys know Jaguar Wright recently did an interview on the Piers Morgan Uncensored show where she made some shocking allegations about Beyonce and Jay-Z. And here's the deal. The stuff she said on the Piers Morgan show is nothing compared to, is nothing different than what she has always been saying on that blue couch. She's been saying this. I done saw 99,000 videos with her saying the same thing. So what was so different about what she said on the Piers Morgan show? I'm going to tell you, he white, he's a journalist, and they consider him to be what they call a journalist. So if he put stuff on his channel, it's supposed to be factual, which brings me to my next point. Why hasn't Jay-Z served Jaguar Wright with some kind of cease and desist if she's making false claims? Well, let me tell y'all what probably is the reason why. Because Jaguar has said that the stuff that she's saying is not stuff that someone has told her. These are things that she has witnessed. So that would mean that she would have to tell about the stuff she know about them two. So therefore, as long as nobody puts her on a recognizable platform where she can tell her story, it's okay. This is given very much Diddy like behavior. So for you guys who may have missed the interview, he must have got, I believe that first day, he had probably already got 2 million views. Well, they have served Piers Morgan with a cease and desist. I don't know what they want to call it, but his lawyer also spoke about it. And what his lawyer said is they didn't serve him with a cease and desist, but that is exactly what it is. But what they told Piers Morgan, this is what Jay-Z and Beyonce lawyer is saying, that if he did not take it down, a judge would force him to take it down. Well, why aren't they not concerned about all of those videos that Jaguar has done pretty much saying the same thing?
The Surviving R. Kelly campaign, which fueled the Me Too campaign. And that was all funded by Sean Carter to make sure that Robert Kelly went to jail. Get his lick back. Why is nobody understanding that Dream Hampton was being financed and ran by Sean Carter? They were able to go and get all of these witnesses because he was there with Robert Kelly. How does Jay-Z sit down with Gayle King and she not ask him one question about the intersection between him and Aaliyah and Robert Kelly? This is insane that people keep refusing to see what's right there. If the Me Too movement were real, Why aren't they speaking now? They've also been very quiet in this time of the diddler's downfall.
Jaguar,
Guess they on vacation.
if this goes to court, Jaguar, do you think the world is going to be shocked by what comes out?
Oh, absolutely. I just don't know why they are. It's been happening in front of everyone's faces for decades. For decades.
How many victims?
What's the difference between me and Judy Garland? Social media.
How many victims?
There was none for her.
How many victims potentially do you think there could be?
Thousands. Thousands. I've talked to hundreds that I deal with still myself. I have 3 victims right now who are willing to give testimony about not only what Mr. Carter has done to them, but his wife as well. They're a nasty little couple. They do nasty things.
What do you think happened with Kim?
Keeping people against their will. Putting people on planes while they're unconscious, just like Aaliyah got on that plane. Unconscious. There's a lot of things that people don't want to talk about, Pierce.
Listen, like I said, Jay-Z and Beyonce are not here, unfortunately, to respond to that.
I know. I'm just being honest with you.
You're perfectly entitled to your views, obviously. Kim Porter, a new book claims that Diddy may have been involved in her early death. What do you think of that?
I think people should really look into that more. I am friends with Albie Shore. I love him. I love his children. I knew Kim. We used to all hang out together at the Kit Kat Club back in the mid-90s when Diddy was first starting his reign. I watched that whole thing happen. And everything that Albert has been through, every attempt on his life that has been ignored by the authorities, it all leads back to Diddy, and everyone knows it. The wiretapping of the phones, putting air tag on children during visits. These are normal practices that these people do.
Jaguar, I've got to leave it there. I really appreciate you joining me. Thank you very much.
So listen, after Jaguar Wright did that explosive interview that went viral on the Piers Morgan Uncensored show, Jay-Z and Beyonce went and got their attorney involved. They contacted Piers Morgan, told him he needed to edit them totally out of that interview where he got nearly 4 million, very close to 4 million views, and he needed to publicly apologize to them, y'all.
The reality of the modern world is that pretty much everyone has a platform as long as there's something to say that other people want to hear. That's why we invited her on to be interviewed. The people making these claims have an audience with or without shows like mine. Well, Jaguar Wright unexpectedly made several serious allegations about Jay-Z and Beyonce during that interview. As I said in the moment, they were not present to respond or defend themselves, but now they have. Their lawyers contacted us to say that those claims were totally false and have no basis in fact, and we've therefore complied with the legal request to cut them from the original interview. Editing interviews is not something we do lightly at a show called Uncensored. But, like the proverbial cries of fire in a crowded theatre, there are legal limits on us too. And we apologise to Jay-Z and Beyonce.
So, guys, it is definitely something going on with these Carter people, because there is no way in hell that you are pressed about a lie that was told on you unless it is bearing some information that is potentially true. We have heard Jaguar Wright talk about a lot of people in the industry, and Jay-Z has been one that she has relentlessly been talking about. But all of a sudden, they want to get the attorneys involved. And let me take this back a step further. People have been on the internet And we're just going to mention Gene Deal. Gene Deal has been on the internet talking about Diddy for years. So I feel like Jay-Z and Beyonce wants to get ahead of these rumors because what they want to do is scare people into not talking about them. Because if you can put fear into people's heart that if they publish certain videos, they're going to use their money and their fame to take them to court and to sue them and do things like that, then possibly whatever they've been doing in this creepy, holy, weird industry won't get out. Because again, this doesn't make sense that you guys were partying with Diddy. You were the two that stayed behind, potentially at the freak offs, but you don't know nothing. Something just doesn't add up. This something does not add up, guys. So y'all gotta let me know what y'all think. And guys, don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to share the video. And if you guys are not subscribed to the channel, I really do need you guys to hit that subscribe button. And as always, don't forget to enable your bell notification so you do not miss out on a video.